kommer då tre personer som tar över. Jag över sig själv in på den rum. Men jag kan ändå vara det då blir det 5 4. Den är tid. Jag kan hålla sig på. Kevin.
Hi everyone. What I've got here is a review bat. I swapped for this bat my old mongoose, or my new mongoose. This is a Ihsan bat. It's an X1 or Lynx X1, and I'm just looking at the website. It says made from top grade English willow, air dried, distinctly large profile, impressive edges, 5-piece handle for maximum comfort and feel, available in semi-oval or round, newly developed grip, endorsed by Pakistan Test and International Captain Muhammad Hafiz and Test player one Azir Ali. Range from 2.8. So, let's have a look. So, I can't actually find the ad for this, but it was actually purchased from Orange Sports Australia in Sydney. Now, the guy who swapped the bat, it was just a straight swap, postage. So he purchased it, he said, for $3.25 and got them to knock it. So it's already knocked in. Comes in a very nice looking quality bag. It's got embossing up here. A nice carry strap on it. It's not a lot of padding there, but it's just a nice quality nylon. The stitching's alright. So this is the bat itself. So it just said top grade English willow. It didn't actually say what actual grade, and I'm finding it hard to actually find that information. So in my opinion, this is probably grade 2, although we've got a blemish here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little bit of a uneven grains. Could even, in some brands, be a grade 3. Now the bat has been oiled and it has been machine knocked. What I did find with the machine knocking is that although all this area was done, when it got to about here, the edge was left sharp. The edges themselves are between 38 and 40, and I say that because one edge is 38 and one edge is just below 40. The spine peaks at about 60 mil. It's got the spine running all the way from the handle here all the way through to a mid-high peak down into the toe. Now what that gives it is a really long hitting area straight down the centre of the blade. As far as concaving goes, you're looking at about 3 mil of concaving there, just for balance, and evenly distributing the wood through the hitting area. As far as grains go, they're reasonably straight, as you can see there, going through, and it's not a grain sheet. Toe guard is fitted. The previous owner wrote his name on it, but I've just sort of rubbed that off. This is the grip that it came with. There was actually another grip on this, but I've taken it off, put it back to the original grip that was underneath it. So you can see that there. This is a round handle, and this handle is fairly thin. It's not anything thinner than your modern day grey nickels, but some people wouldn't like it. If you're a gun and more sort of person, you'd probably want a second grip on it. As far as the handle goes, when they talk about a 5-piece, what they've done is basically cut down the centre of the cane and inserted 4 cork inserts. So that many inserts will give it a much softer feel hitting off the bat. Potentially could introduce more flex into the handle. Some players like that. The only drawback is the more energy you lose through things like flex or twist, or having the press too soft, is power that you're actually losing in the shot. As far as the face goes, you've got a about a 2 or 3 mil camber, fairly flat. But as typical with most Pakistani bats, it's very well pressed, and the knocking has also helped it. Well, the sticker says 2.8, and the information from the knocking says 2.9, but the actual weight of the bat comes out to 2.99. As far as pickup goes, with that concaving and that even distribution of wood, even though it's got a thin handle, it picks up much lighter than its actual weight. It's nice and balanced. And it's got a fairly good bow on the actual blade as well, which is fairly good. Let's tap it up and hear what it sounds like, bearing in mind that this has already been machine knocked. Alright, so basically its hitting area is mid-high, but it's got a little bit down here. Needs a lot more playing in to reach its peak, which I can tell, but it's got some action there, you can see that. Off centre, not as much, pretty much in the centre, which, you know, a good player can actually middle a ball. Yeah, I don't mind it. Lots of talk about Pakistani bats being really dry, and they probably are. But what I have here is a very cheap wood moisture meter, and I've sort of run it over different bats that have been oiled. And in general, bats, whether new or oiled, tend to get a reading of about 15%. Now, I can't say that's an accurate reading, but I'm just saying that between 12 and 15% is what I'm getting. So I'm going to put that down there and move that around. The meter's needs good contact, but you can see there 13.5, 12.5, 13.5. Just depends how well it gets contact. But to be honest, that's the sort of reading I'm getting on just about any bat. As far as finish goes, it was okay, but it did look like it'd been oiled. You got a couple of little knocks from previous owner, but nothing major. It still looks in brand new condition, probably shop condition. Stickers look alright. I like how it lines up with the actual bag. So $325. I guess that's good value. One thing I will say is it's very hard to get Ihsan bats in Australia. It's hard to get Pakistani bats full stop, and I don't know whether that's to do with just how difficult it is to trade with them at the moment. So as usual, I'll start with a 4-piece. You can see up high it's got some action, and it also hits it pretty well down in the mid-low, so really long middle. Doesn't sound too bad either. I think this bat would benefit from play-in. It's definitely needs a few nets. So when you hit it right in the middle, the ball has mileage. But also down low, it's got some action too, and because of that bow, you can obviously loft. The weight and the pickup means you've still got plenty of hitting power right throughout the hitting area. So as far as that Dukes go, we haven't really got any major indentations in the bat, as you can see there. Yeah, nice bat. I'll be selling that one on at cost, and you can PM me if you're interested. That's the Ihsan Lynx X1. Thanks everybody.